like inconsistent result. That means what? Suppose we are having one test case and we are executing multiple times. So sometimes the test case got passed and sometimes that test case got failed. Barabar. So again, I'm repeating. What is meant by flaky? Flakiness or flaky test. So flaky test are those test cases which produces inconsistent result. ते result कसे produce करतात inconsistent means what? Inconsistent in terms of like sometimes they got passed, sometimes they got failed. But why? Is there any changes in the application code? No, not at all. म्हणजे यामध्ये application च्या code मध्ये काही changes असतात ना, जे काही आपण script लिहिली, whatever the script we have written for a particular test case, there is no any changes. But still, the test case got passed and sometimes it got failed. So these concepts we call as a flakiness or flaky test. Then why these things are going to happen? A test case it's not about all the test cases. It's all about some particular test case. If you are running 100 test cases, then there is a chances that 3% should be your flaky test cases. Means what? That 3% test case having inconsistent result. That means sometimes it got passed, sometimes it got failed. So what are the factors normally it affect on that particular test case? 5 factors. So first thing that is yes, sometimes we are having synchronization issue. So what happens? Sometimes that element is not visible. Sometimes that element is not stable. Then second thing that is environment issue. Even sometimes we face that okay, application is quite slow. That means there is a slowdown of server. Server just इथं काहीतरी issue चालला असतो त्यामुळे even application take more time to load. Right? So because of this, we are having multiple issues for that particular test case. So काय होतं? High level understand the flaky test म्हणजे काय? त्यांचा output असतो कधी pass होतो कधी fail. But this is not applicable for all the tests. This is applicable for results. So the flakiness. Now, how we are going to achieve? We need to execute that particular test case multiple times. आपल्याला काय करायला लागेल? ती test case means what? Simply retry ची definition आहे. ती काय? If I go in the playwright dot, we are having some retry option. Yeah. So here we are having this retry option. Retry means what? Simply retry ची definition आहे. ती काय? Retry means run. Rerun. That's it only. Retry चा अर्थ सरळ सरळ काय होतो? Rerun. So here I just comment out as of now this line. Now I need to add one line flaky test. So here retry. So see here when I try to write retries, so it is having the question mark. Okay. So here if I click on enter colon, so here I need to set the retry. Rerun means what? Suppose I want to execute that particular test case 3 times. So here I put it count as a 3. So if I want to execute the test case 2 times, then yes, we are having the retry as a 2. So based on the requirement, normally we used to keep retry as a 3. That means if suppose one test case is going to be failed due to some environment issue, due to some application issue, or slowing some servers, so that test case should rerun 3 times. This is the way where we can set the retry. Retries again, the meaning of retry is rerun. So we can set it at the global level. So here we saw that flakiness. How we are going to set it at the global level? Yes, we are going in the config file, and here we are putting retries colon 3. That means if test case got failed, then we are going to execute the test case like 3 times. Now exactly how it works. See. Okay. Colon 3. That means if test case got failed, then we are going to execute the test case like 3 times. Now exactly how it works. See. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So here I added with if. Here. Now at the second time I click on. I'm just trying to fail the test case. मी काय करतो test case जे आहे ती fail करायचा प्रयत्न करेन. So here again it got failed. Now just a minute. Okay, so what I put it here 3. Hold on, just let me rerun one more time. Okay, it's too fast. Even let me change something. passed. So what should I do? One more time, I'll execute. Okay. Yeah. So see here, okay, I haven't done anything. In the first time I have the test case, like we pass. So here, if you see the result, so here all is having one test case, and if I expand this, so flakiness is one. This is the strips viewer. See here, you can see run 11.40 सेकंड it took at the first तो काय करतोय पहिल्यांदा रन ज्यावेळेस आपण केलाय त्यावेळेस काय करतोय इथं एक्सपेक्टेड सबस्ट्रिंग आपण मुद्दाम दुसऱ्या लोकेटरवर आपण पॉइंट आउट केला होता सो हियर टेस्ट केस गॉट फेल्ड बट हियर इन द retry it says that yes your test case is going to be passed means what I want to say here. So suppose you are rerunning the test, you are running one set of test case. So the first time due to some issue, that issue can be anything. Your application got failed. In the second run, it got passed. This is the way where we can achieve the flakiness. Understood? Yes, ma'am. Any doubts so far? No, sir. No. See, either tomorrow then definitely in interview there will be some question like what is flakiness. Normally they will ask like what is flakiness or flakiness, how you are going to overcome that issue. So yes, flakiness means what?
Hello,
We are
bhai,
getting the
hello.
inconsistent result. So here you just need to say that inconsistent result. That result should be pass, fail depending on the different like issue. Then that issue may be like server issue. Probably most of the time it's performance issue, it's synchronization issue, it's stability issue or server issue. These four things are common. Then after that, if you want to overcome, then we can have an option in the playwright.config.ts file where we can mention the rerun of the test case or retry of the test case. So you can say that yes, in the playwright.config.ts file we can set it retries colon 3. That means even it is getting failed in the first time or second time, we get to know at the third time at least yes, we are getting the desired output. This is the way where we can handle the flaky test. It's a very important question. Flaky test with high was thinking how flaky test there is nothing. It's simple layman term मध्ये सांगायचं inconsistent result काय करतो प्रोड्यूस करतो. That's the only thing we need to remember. Inconsistent result different factors असतो. So अशा प्रकारे आपण flakiness जे आहे ते achieve करतो. Now next concept. Okay, now know you know all things, so definitely it will make some good impression. Now here grouping, right? About what? Just after that particular group add but why we need to make group of these different test cases? Because we need to execute based on our requirement. Then what kind of requirement are it? First thing that is suppose you are having you have to execute some sanity tests or regression tests, or sometimes you have to click if you want to click that. This is test one. We are having the 4 test cases. So if we execute this, test 3. Now here we need to understand one concept. Okay. So in the playwright, execution order is not resolved means what? It's not like that. It will execute like in a sequential manner. No, it will go in the like particular time. So definitely parallel just like build. This is the way to test. So instead of that, I can write it down here. We are having test dot describe. Here we are having test dot again. So here I'll do nothing. I'll copy this and again the same thing. You may matter. So here we are having. I can make it. Try to get what I'm doing. I'll explain. Yeah, fine. So so at the first time, we just have the 4 test cases: test 1, test 2, test 3, and test 4. So here I'm just trying to print one simple message like this is test 4, test 3, test 2 like that. Now here we need to make them in a different group. आपल्याला काय करायचं इथं एका
Like Kavya, thank you, bye.
So here we are having this describe function. So what it will do? It will create one group based on our requirement and there we can place our test case. आपण काय करू शकतो इथं हा जो describe आहे फंक्शन तो काय करतोय ही मेथड समजा फंक्शन तो काय करतो ज्या काही आपण आपल्याला टेस्ट केस एक्झिक्यूट करायचे based on some certain group we can club that all the test cases into this group and we can execute that. This is the way where we can achieve the group. Now and just comment this. We can comment now. In the first group we are having test 1 and test 2 and in the second group we are having test 3 and test 4. Now here if I want to execute the test cases, suppose I want to execute group 1, then how we are going to do that? Now see here. So here we are having yes, playwright test group dot is the same thing, but here we need to add one more command. So here space hyphen grep and group name. Now this grep is a Unix command. ही grep जे आहे ती Unix command आहे. So काय करतं आपण जर ही command यूज केली, here I just mention the group name. Now here group name 1. So what it will do, it will execute all the test cases which belongs to this group 1. This is the way we can achieve. So if I execute this, so here you can see running 2 tests using 1 1. So this is test 1, this is test 2. म्हणजे काय केलं इथं group 1 मध्ये किती टेस्ट केसेस आहेत 2 टेस्ट केसेस test 1 and test 2. So here we are getting the result. The same thing if we execute for the group 2 and if we run the test case, then here we will get the result like this is test 3 and this is test 4. So here you can see. So here what this grep command will do. So काय करतो, so it will like we can say apply kind of filter. So काय करतो एक प्रकारचा filter apply करतो based on the group. This is the way where we can achieve the group. Okay. So here grouping means what? Grouping means we are consolidating some set of test cases in a single group. आपण एका single group मध्ये आपण काय करतो particular test cases आपण add करतो. काय करायचं? Because based on some requirement. So what kind of requirement we are getting? Sometimes we need to execute regression, sometimes we need to go with end-to-end of sanity. So because of that we are making the grouping. So how we are going to make the group? Simply we are having this describe method. So in that we can pass again this is option. Okay, this is option. So here we can pass the group name along with it will take function as a parameter and here inside that we can add the test cases. So based on that we can execute. Now how we are going to execute with the help of
रवीना लेक्चर देख रहा हूँ.
this command. Great. So this is what this help us to execute the particular test case. But लक्षात ठेवा हे Unix command आहे, Unix command to function. Okay. So yes, this is the way where we can achieve the grouping. Fine. Any doubt so far? Any doubt आहे? Audible?
Yes.
See, simple concepts are there is no any like what we can say complexity to understand.
Not a movie lecture.
इथं काय लक्षात ठेवायचं जर डिस्क्राइब मेथड आहे तर समजा की आपण ग्रुपिंग इथं करतो तर जे ठीक आहे आपल्याला जर रन करायचं ग्रुपिंग सी सिंपल गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवायचं तर काय आपण सपोज ग्रुपिंग कॉन्सेप्ट पाहतो व्हॉट इज मीन बाय ग्रुपिंग we understand that a particular set of test cases why we need grouping based on the requirement what kind of requirement again sanity regression then end-to-end kind of things. So here how are we able to do that with the help of test data describe. So where we can add all the test cases and how we are going to execute with the help of grep command. This is the way we can understand. So इथं तुम्हाला लक्षात पाहिजे grouping is what, then how we are going to do that is how, then what is the requirement, what kind of requirement, and finally how we are going to execute that test case. This is the way we can perform the grouping. Clear my concept?
Yes.
Is somebody saying something? Any doubt? See, doubt असेल बिंदास विचार. It's not like that you have even I agree that sometimes even I don't know maybe it's helpful for me to explore that thing. So जरा असेल doubt बिंदास विचार. Yes, please come and say something.
Sir, ये क्योंकि हम करते हैं कि kind of suit है.
Yes, kind of suit. You can say like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the real time याला आपण आणखी modify करतो. The framework मध्ये फक्त हे लक्षात
Have you
ठेवायचं
had
की
dinner? Yes.
असं करतो.
What
So at
about
least
you?
at that time you got to know that okay already we saw the grouping concept. So because of that I'm taking while making the framework we get to know we are having some other alternatives. Okay. So based on that I will tell you how we are going to do that. Okay, Gaurav?
Understood. Fine.
Much like using the form. You can say that life cycle function. Life cycle means test cycle function. So here what we are going to do? We are going to what can I say control the behavior. कशात जे काही test case आहे त्या test case आपल्याला behavior जे आहे ते control करायचे. Means what exactly we are doing. Suppose there is one test case and for that test case I need there are three different steps. Okay, first like if you want to have operation on the data then we need to create some test data. Then second steps what to log to and log. So again log concept. जेवढा काही आपल्या टेस्ट केस आहे त्यामध्ये सपोज लॉगिन टेस्ट केस आहे. ओके सो सपोज let me take one example so it will be more clear. Dialogues like test. Okay, there is grouping fine. So I just take this test case.
ओके बाकी सब लोग कहाँ से?
नंबर आता हे जे आहे इथं या टेस्ट केसला मला सगळ्यात अगोदर लॉगिन करावं. डेफिनेटली आय नीड टू log into this application and the same thing I need to log every test case. There is some common steps log connecting to reports kind of things which we are doing repeatedly. So we can set it by using the hooks. So hooks काय करते? So इथं मला या प्रत्येक टेस्ट केसला जे आहे ते मला लॉगिन करावं लागतं. So with the help of hooks I can set it login functionality there and it will by default execute that particular set of line but like a piece of code every time. So how exactly it will work? See here. Again I'm repeating. समजत नसेल तर प्लीज सांगा. hooks काय? तो लाइफ सायकल फंक्शन आहे. तो काय करतो? कंट्रोल करतोय ऍप्लिकेशनचं बिहेवियर. ओके काय करतो ऍप्लिकेशनचं बिहेवियर ते कंट्रोल करतो. बट कसं सपोज इथं जे लॉगिन आहे इथं पण लॉगिन करावं. सो तो जो काही रिपीटेटिव्ह टास्क आहे तो परत रिपीट नाही करत. सिम्पली नेक्स्ट लाईक टेस्ट डॉट बिफोर इच. सो हियर what should I give the name? I just give its name before each. So here I just print one message console.log before each list. No. See how exactly. So आता काय करते हा जो before each जो hooks आहे. Okay. So what it will do? Hook is executed before each test. So here you can see hook before each hook. This is executed before each test. Means what? This step is going to be executed, which we mentioned here. The same thing here again for the second test case, for the third test case, for the fourth test case. Now I just comment this first. Now I just comment this first. Now I just comment this first. This same thing here again for the second test case, for the third test case, for the fourth test case. Now I just comment this first. Oops. So if I execute, so now we are getting the output like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, again it's not, we are getting in a sequential order. Okay, fine. So here we are getting like suppose 1, 2, 3, 4. Fine. Now here for all these test cases, I'm having the login functionality which is common. So here just consider that I'm having this login functionality. So here instead of this, I'm just taking in the before each. So what it will do? It will execute before each test. Means and execute. See. इथं नेमकं आपण रिअल टाइम मध्ये जे आहे ते आपण नेमकं कोणत्या फंक्शनॅलिटी सपोर्ट करू शकतो. सो सपोज वी आर हॅविंग
यस हो गया आपका हो गया थैंक यू सो
sometimes
मच
we need to clear cache or cookies. Okay, this like things we can add because login this is common for every test case, right? So instead of writing here for all the test case, we are having this before each function. Okay, this is the hook we are having. Now the same thing. Test dot after each hook import execute and after each जे मेथड आहे किंवा हे जे फंक्शन आहे तो आहे ती टेस्ट केस संपल्यावर हा जो पीस ऑफ कोड आपण मेन्शन केले तो काय करतो एक्झिक्यूट करतो. याच्यामध्ये समजा येस डेफिनेटली लॉग आउट आहे. See, for all the tests, definitely login is just instead of writing multiple lines here. So simply I put it here before each. So suppose I have 100 test cases. So while I'm trying to write it down 100 times, so simply I can write it down here like before each. Then simply I want to close the browser. So definitely I can use this. So unnecessarily I cannot write the piece of code like for the login. So this is not a good practice. So this is the way where we can use before each and after each. Now, if I execute, and so as the error is in that, to make sure that it makes special directly there that is having some issue. Then it is then we are logged. So likewise, this first we can say that there is a with console.log. This will execute before all test cases. Now, suppose we are having 10 test cases or 15 test cases. So again, before starting the set of test case, we need to have some setup. Again, what kind of setup we are having? Suppose again we have to create some files, some utilities, or we have to do some authentication. किंवा मग आपल्याला एखाद्या वेळेस काय करावं लागतं? Yes, database connection. Database connectivity साठी आपल्याला database connection करावं लागतं. Because of free test case, we are not going to create a database. Okay, so at the initial level, we can connect a database connection. So this kind of operation we can perform this before all hooks. म्हणजे काय ज्यावेळेस आपण before all hooks घेतले म्हणजे जेवढ्या test case आपल्याला execute करायचे